let's start with the good thing first. What were the first thing that you arrived and said like, oh, this is like super cool. I'm super happy to be here.
I think the size of things in the US is everything is bigger because there's a lot more space than Europe. Europe we're more cramped in general, which is why we live in cities like this. And in the US, the size of cars are huge in the United States. Yeah. For them to see a little crappy Smart, they're going to say, what's that little crap? And the size of things, the size of food, the size of everything, it was huge, everything. That was impressive at the beginning, especially when you're 10, 11, that's...
Air conditioning, was it a thing?
Yeah, but, in Spain we have it too. It's not. Although, in school I would get funny questions like, "So in Spain, do you wear shoes and stuff like that?"
Really?
Yeah. Some people really knew nothing about anything.
Even the people in DC, I thought they were like more world oriented.
I think some were just messing around. Some were really serious. Like, do you have TV in Spain? It's like, yeah, we do. It's weird questions. Well. Let's start. We're not trying to shit on the Americans here, but it's true. Most of them think Spain is in South America.
But let's say this thing also, like a lot of Europeans shit on Americans that they don't know anything about geography. Mm-hmm. But if you ask the average European to tell you where the different states of the United States are, they don't have fucking clue. Like if you ask me, I don't know. Like I have to always check it. Like I know more or less by now, but I miss a bunch of states that are in between. Yeah. So I don't think it's like, okay, Americans don't know like the European countries, but do you know like the African countries or do you know the like South Asia countries?
Exactly. Like here in Europe, you say, "Oh, I'm from Austria," and in the US, where's that? But you ask a European or an Austrian guy, like, do you know where's the state of Ohio? No clue.
Somewhere in the middle, I think.
True.
But I don't know exactly where. If you ask me who is neighboring Ohio, I'm like, I don't know. So you everything bigger. How was the house? Was it the house cool?
It was pretty good, yeah. It's a house with a big garden. It's a pain in the ass, though, to clean up the leaves in autumn. In autumn, the leaves fall down and the neighborhood expects you to take care of the garden because the garden is the representation of the neighborhood. So if you leave it alone, you could get in trouble with the neighborhood. Like you need to clean the leaves, cut the lawn, and the whole thing, mow the lawn.
I was talking exactly about this. We were watching a movie 2 days ago about this American football guy. It's called Underdog something. It's about a true story that they're obsessed with their grass, and it's amazing.
The lawn has to be perfect. Also, it's. I'm guessing this wasn't the same everywhere in the US, but it shows how privileged it was. The district houses were not locked. You could really go into your neighbor's house just by opening the door. No key, no lock, nothing.
They have
you
a
could
gun.
Just get in. That is true. So you're risking it at your own peril.
Did you have an experience with guns in the United States? Because like here in Europe, I was Googling like at some point, I think they like, I don't know what was exactly the time. I think in the 1800s, maybe in beginning of 1900s, because we were watching the movie or the show, what the fuck is called, the one with Cillian Murphy, where the gangsters in the Peaky Blinders. Yes. So like I was thinking like, when did they forbid to carry a gun in the Europe?
I don't know actually. Yeah. Watching that show, my drinking got off the rails because they're drinking whiskey all the time, and I'm like, oh no, I do fancy a whiskey right now, and I had to put a stop to it for my own self.
Yeah, my girlfriend was the same. She wanted to drink. I was like, okay, I don't have. I'm not a big drinker, but with Bulgarian genes, I can really take it a lot.
I'm not a big drinker either. No, I'm not sick, but you mentioned the US and guns. Yeah. I mean, I never got shot at. That's the thing. So school was relatively safe. I did had some weird occasions where we were playing with my brother, with my cousins, whatever, with toy guns. And it could rile up the neighborhood because some neighbors would think that they're real guns. The police would come and they would think that might be a real thing. And you could get a warning from the police like, what are you doing here? What's going on? We hear there's a gun around. Cool it. It's like, okay, yes, officer. That's pretty much the deal. I mean, in the US, if the police stops you, there's one answer. Yes, officer. Nothing more. There's no, my rights, anything. No.
Have you seen the meme that it's going around the internet right now in Instagram? There is always a white cop and a black guy, and they're starting to race, so the black guy started running, and the police cop, because he's not that fast, he just stopped and talks in his radio. It's like black male running at the and the black male has to stop.
Jesus, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's an American meme, so like.
Guns in the end are part of the culture. In summer, my parents would do the classical thing, which is drop the kids away in summer camp so that they can have, time alone, whatever. And activities in summer camp were paddling, tennis, rifle shooting. And for Europeans, that's insane, I know. But in there, it's really part of the culture. It was very normal. And when you were getting a little bit better with the .22 rifle, you would go up to a more scoped rifle, like a sniper-style rifle. It's... I know. For Europeans, this is what the hell, but for the...
I've never shot a gun. I have an uncle that he's a hunter, and he had also this gas rifle with this little...
compressed air pellets.
Yeah, they're out of metal, but they're you cannot kill a person. You can hurt a person. Yeah. If you hit them in the eye, you can hurt them pretty badly. Probably plenty. But you can kill a bird. So we were shooting with this sniper because he had a tree with some fruits. And he goes, "Hey guys, if you want to shoot the birds."
I think, in Europe, if you're in farms, they have more guns and stuff. And they have these a lot for population control of birds. In the granaries, to keep the grain under control, sometimes birds go wild there. And there's a lot more of those compressed air guns and also normal guns. Yeah. But never shot a gun, Georgi. So there you have it, viewers. Georgi, we didn't know he was gay.
Well, we are going to Bulgaria because in Bulgaria, I figure out you can shoot at the shooting range for 50 cents. 10 Bulgarian cents, which is 5 cents euro per what is it called?
Round? Bullet?
Round, yeah, but bullet. So we're gonna do that, and I'm really psyched about it. I have to ungay myself and start shooting those.
Ungay yourself. Ungay yourself. We created a new expression. That's an interesting one.
Did you ever go to school with your fake guns?
I did, actually. History class. We had to do some reenactment thing of the Holocaust, and I was supposed to be a Nazi guard. Of course. And so I had
what the fuck do you do at school?
A toy gun. Yeah. With the Holocaust, we made a big deal of it, but also the Germans. So, that's one thing in common. And there was a whole stage where the Nazi guard is picking up the Jewish guy and such and such and such. And I brought a toy gun to make it more look realistic. The toy gun was confiscated by the principal. They called my parents, and it was kind of an issue. But
you didn't think about it because you were a kid? Or what was did you tell your parents, I'm planning on bringing my own toy gun?
No, I just took it at 12, I think. I don't know. You're playing a guard has a gun. That was my logic. And it looked pretty realistic. It wasn't, obviously. But I got in trouble. They called my parents, and my dad had weapons, and so he was a bit concerned at the beginning. But then it didn't make sense for him, so I didn't get my ass whooped. That's the
because of course. You're a kid living in Europe, coming from Europe. You don't know if something's going to go wrong. Did they get scared when they saw it?
When I pulled it, there was a bit of silence, especially from the teacher at the class. She was and he asked me to stop what I was doing and took the gun and such and such. So there was, but no, the students didn't run away and say, "Oh, psychopath in the room, let's get out of here." And no, that didn't happen. It wasn't so dramatic. But the teacher did come and say, hey, stop. I'm taking that.
So you're saying in America, they don't play guns. They really only shoot real guns.
If you're going to do it, you do it the right way.
Okay, we do the gay version of guns.
Exactly. Air compressed guns because I'm a flower. And